वेलकम स्टूडेंट्स, आपका यूट्यूब चैनल शंकर कोचिंग में स्वागत है। मैं प्रोफेसर प्रेम शंकर आज 7th क्लास के स्टूडेंट्स को चैप्टर नंबर 2 फ्रैक्शंस एंड डेसिमल्स पढ़ाऊंगा। आप इस वीडियो को अंत तक देखें। मेरा ये वीडियो आपको यदि पसंद आता है तो आप इसे लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और दोस्तों के साथ शेयर करें। तो चलिए वीडियो स्टार्ट करते हैं। Fractions and decimals. So I had divided this into two parts. In the first part we will study about the fractions, and in the second part we will study about the decimals. So in the fractions there are many types of fractions. Like suppose we have 3 by 8, 3 by 8. Or this is 8 by 7. Okay, so actually this 3 by 8 is nothing but this is one type of this is proper fraction. 8 by 7, that is what? That is the improper fraction. 8 by 7. And if I will write it like this, this is 1 by 7 in this way. So this is nothing but this is the mixed fraction. Okay, for the fractions we can compare two fractions. We can find the equivalent fraction, and also we can represent the fraction on the number line also. Similarly, in the case of the decimals, in the case of the decimals, we represent the decimal on the number line. We can represent it, and we can add the decimal number, and also we can subtract the decimal number. Basically, in the decimal case, we will study these two: multiplication of this decimal number and the division of the decimal number. So I will start this first one, that is your fraction. This portion I will start. Okay. Now the types of fraction. There are 3 types of fraction: proper fraction, improper fraction, and mixed fraction. Then I will study these also: equivalent fraction, and if a fraction is given, you make the denominator equal. So there are certain advantages use of making denominator equal, like we can arrange the fraction into ascending or descending order. Let's suppose I'm taking the first one. First one is the proper fraction. Okay, so this is the, let's suppose I'm taking the proper fraction first. Proper fraction I'm taking. So this proper fraction is, suppose, 7 by 8. So this 7 by 8 is your proper fraction. This is the proper fraction. Proper fraction. Then the next one is improper fraction. Improper fraction. Like, let's suppose 5 by 3. It is an improper fraction. So we can say that in the proper fraction, denominator is greater than numerator, and in the improper fraction, denominator is less than numerator. Then the next one is your mixed fraction. Next is the mixed fraction. Mixed fraction. In the mixed fraction, the condition is the denominator must be less than numerator. Okay. So mixed fraction I can take in this way: 1, then 2, this divided by 3. So this is the mixed fraction. Now equivalent fraction. What is the meaning of equivalent fraction? Equivalent fraction is, meaning of that one is, you have to multiply numerator and denominator by the same number. So that will be the equivalent fraction. Okay. Let's suppose I have 3 by 5. 3 by 5. Okay. I have this 3 by 5 and I want its equivalent fraction. Okay. Equivalent fraction 3 by 5. I want the equivalent of this one. Equivalent of this. So, how to find the equivalent of this? Suppose 3 by 5 is there. I will multiply by 2 and 2. This is 6 by 10. So, this 6 by 10 is what? 6 by 10 is equivalent fraction. Likewise, if I multiply by 3 and 3, so I will get what? 9 by 50. So, that is the equivalent. Now, the next one is making denominator equal. Making denominator equal means if I will make the denominator equal, then I can arrange in the ascending and descending order. So let's suppose I am taking one example. Let's suppose 1 by 5. 1 by 5, 3 by 7, 3 by 7 and 7 by 10. These are the fractions. And let's suppose I want to make the denominator equal so that I can arrange this in ascending or in descending order. So what I will do it. So first of all I will make what? I will make the denominator. I will make the denominator equal. So for making the denominator equal, I will take the 5, 7 and 10 is there. I will take what? I will take the LCM. LCM of this one. So this is 5, 1, 7 and 2. So how much will be? It will be 7 to 14, 14 5. 14 5. So LCM is equal to how much? This is equal to 70. 70 is the LCM. Okay. So I want to make it what? I want to make it all the denominator I want to make it equal. So you can see clearly I will make the denominator 70. So I will take 1 by 5. I will make the equivalent of this one. So how much it is into 14? This into 14. So it is equal to your 14 by 70. Okay. Similarly, I have 3 by 7. So 3 by 7. This multiplied by how much? It will be multiplied by 10 and here also 10. So it is 30 by 7. Then I have what? I have the 7 by 10. 7 by 10. So 7 by 10 is there. So I will multiply this by 7. This also by 7. So this is equal to your 49 by 70. So you can see clearly denominator is equal. Okay. So denominator is equal. So now I can arrange this as a ascending or in descending order. Okay. So let's suppose I want to represent this as a descending order. This as a descending order. Descending order. Descending order. So descending order means what? Descending means this first one is greater, then second one is lesser than that, then third one is lesser than that. So in the descending order, I can write it like this: 49 by 70, and after this 30 by 70, and lastly 14 by 70. So 14 by 49 by 70, 30 by 70, 14 by. So 49, that is means This will be like this, 7 by 10, and 30 is also, so 3 by 7, and lastly 1 by 5. So this is in the descending order. If I reverse that one, then that will be what? That is the ascending order. Now, multiplication. In the multiplication, we will see the multiplication of fraction by a whole number. And the second case is the multiplication of fraction by a fraction. Let's suppose I am taking the multiplication by a whole number. Okay. Let's suppose I want to find what is the value of the 2 multiplied by 1 by 4. I want to find this one. So, this is the fraction, and this is what? This is the whole number. 2 is the whole number. So, how to multiply this one? So, for multiplying this, I can take this 2 cycles are there because multiply by 2 is there given. And how many parts are there? 4 parts are there. Okay. So, this is 4 parts are there. This is one part and another is this part. I want to multiply this. 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. I want to multiply this one. So obviously I will get what? I will get like this. Okay, in this case, the value will be how much? This is, so this is equal to how much? Obviously this is what? 1 by 4, and this is also 1 by 4. 2 times I multiply. So this is equal to how much? This is equal to your 2 by 4. So this is the multiplication of this fraction by a whole number. There is a one off representation is also, like suppose there is given 3 by 2 of 5. Okay. So let's suppose given like this, 3 by 2 of 5. So off is nothing but off is a multiplication sign. So I can write it here. This is equal to 3 by 2 into 5. So off means multiplication. Now, this is the case, multiplication of this fraction by whole number. Now the next one is multiplication by a fraction. Now we will see the multiplication by a fraction. I want to. So let's suppose I am taking one example for this. Let's suppose 3 by 2 is given, and this is a fraction, and we multiply this by another function. Let's suppose this is your 5 by 2. So we are multiplying this fraction by fraction. So in this case, what will happen? We will multiply numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. So this is equal to your 3 into 5 divided by 2 into 2. That is how much? 15 by 4. So numerator is multiplying by numerator and denominator by denominator. This also you can change into mixed fraction. So that is equal to how much? 3, and this is how much? 3, and this is 4. So this is now mixed fraction. So this is how we can multiply this fraction by a whole number and by a fraction. Now the last one is division. So we will see the division of whole number by a fraction, and then division of fraction by whole number, and lastly division by another fraction. Now before going to division, I want to define reciprocal. One term is there. That is the reciprocal. Reciprocal. What is the meaning of reciprocal? Reciprocal means suppose any number is given, suppose 7 by 2 is given. So we multiply this fraction 7 by 2 in such a way so that we get the value 1. So this is into, this is 2 by 7, so we get it 1. So this 2 by 7 is called the reciprocal. So first I will take what? First I will take whole division of whole number by a fraction. First one I am taking whole number by a fraction, this whole number by a fraction. Any whole number I am taking, let's suppose 3 is there, 3 is the whole number, and I am dividing this 3, that is the whole number, by a fraction. Let's suppose 2 by 5. So I am dividing this whole number 3 divided by 2 by 5. So how much it will be? It will be your, this is the exercise. So this is equal to how? 3 multiply. I will take the reciprocal of this one. So 3 into 5 by 2. Okay. So that is equal to how much? 15 by 2. So this is the case when whole number, the division of a whole number by a fraction. Okay. Now the division case, the second one is fraction by whole number. Second one is your the fraction by whole number. Fraction by whole number I am taking. Okay. Let's suppose I am taking the fraction, any fraction. Let's suppose I am taking 2 by 5. 2 by 5, it's a fraction, and I am dividing this by a whole number. Let's suppose I am dividing this by 3. So this is the fraction, and I am dividing it by 3, that is a whole number. So I can write it 3 by 1 also. So this is your 2 by 5 into reciprocal of this one, so 1 by 3. I multiply the numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. So it is equal to your 2 by 50. So this is how the division is done by a fraction by a whole number. So lastly is there by another fraction. Last one is the by another fraction. Another fraction I am taking. Means one fraction is given and I am dividing this by another fraction. Let's suppose 2 by 7 is there and I am dividing this by another fraction. Let's suppose 3 by 5. So how the division will take place? Obviously this is 2 by 7 into reciprocal of this one. So 5 by 3, so it is equal to 10 by 21. So this is the case of division of fraction by another fraction. Now, this part 2 is the decimal. Part 1 I had discussed the fractions. So in the case of decimal, we will see two operations, multiplication and division. See, for the decimal numbers, the numbers like suppose in this way, written here 37.5. So this is the decimal notation, 37.5, or I can write it 38.25. Okay. So the representation of in this way is called the decimal representation. Now I will take the multiplication. Okay, I'm taking the multiplication. And the first one I'm taking what? I'm taking the multiplication. 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 Let's suppose I have two numbers. This is a 0.2 and I multiply this by 0.3. I want to find what is the value of 0.2 into 0.3. So this is equal to your 2 by 10 into 3 by 10. 2 by 10 and 3 by 10. So this is equal to 6 by 100. And if I change it into decimal notation, so this is equal to 0.06. So this is the simple multiplication. This is a special case of the multiplication when we multiply by 10, 100 and 1000. Okay. So multiplication, I'm taking the multiplication by 10, 100 and 1000. Okay, now I'm taking this one example. Let's suppose I have 37.5. 37.5. Okay. So if I will multiply by 10, how much I will get? If I multiply this by 10, so let's suppose 37.5, let's say 523. 523 is there. So if I will multiply it by 10, so how much I will get? So this is your 5.23. Okay. Now, if I multiply this by 100, if I multiply this by 100, so how much I will get? I will get 37523. And if I will multiply this 37.523, if I multiply by 1000, so I will get how much? 37523. Here it is 3752, and here it is 0.30. And if I multiply this by thousands, I will get 37523. So what we are seeing here, in this case, if you multiply by 10, 100 and this 1000, this decimal is shifted to where? This shifted to the right. This is shifted to the right. Okay. See here, when I multiply here by 10, this is shifted to one place. Multiplying it by 100, it is shifting to the two places, and multiplying it the 1000 is shifting to the three places. So in the multiplication case, in the decimal multiplication by 10, 100 and 1000, it is shifting, this decimal point is shifting to the right. Okay. Now the next one is your division. Okay. Next one is division. Division by 10, 100 and 1000. Division by, first I am taking division by 10, 100 and 1000. Let's suppose I am taking an example. I'm taking. Let's suppose any number is I have any number like 37 or 537.3.32. Let's suppose this number is there 537.32. Now, if I divide it by 10, how much I will get? I will get 5, 3, then 5, 3, then 0.732. And if I divide it by 100, suppose I am dividing this number by 100, dividing by 100. So if I divide it by 100, I will get how much? 5.3732. Now if I divide it by 1000, so this is how much? 537.32. I am dividing it by 1000. So this is equal to 0.53732. So if I am dividing any this decimal number by 10, 100 and 1000, this decimal point is what happening? This decimal point is shifted to the left. 1 0 is there, so it is lifted. It is shifted 1. Here 2 0 is there, so shifted 2 point. Here it is, so it is shifted 3 point. Now we will see what the second case, division by a whole number. Division, we will see the next one. That is division by a whole number. Division by a whole number. Let's suppose any number 6.4 is given and I divide it by whole number. Let's suppose 2 is there. So I want to divide it by 2. So how to divide it? So obviously this is equal to 6.4 divided by 2. Or I can write it here 64 by 10 into 2. So 64 by 2 and into this is 1 by 10. So this is how much? 32. 32 divided by 10, or it is equal to your 3.2. 10 is here, division by 10, so it is shifted to one place. So when you divide any whole number, when you have divide any decimal number by a whole number, you get this type of result. Now the last division is what? By another decimal number. We will see by another decimal number. By another decimal number. We will see the another decimal number. Let's suppose I have 5.2 is given, and let's suppose I want to divide this by 2.6. So for 5.2 is a decimal number and 2.6 is also a decimal number. I want to divide it. So how to divide it? This I can write it 5 by 2. 5 by 2, or I can write in this way 5.2 divided by 2.6, or this is equal to 5.2 by 10. This is divided by 26 by 10. Or I can change it in this way, 5 by 2 into 10 into reciprocal of this one. So this is your 10 by what? 10 by 26. So 10 and 10 cancel out. We will get 1 by 2. And in the decimal notation, this 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5. So this is the case of the division. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubt, write in the comment box. If you like the content of video, please like it, subscribe it, and share with your friend. Thank you.